Just start the intro. Let's get this over with.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of Digimon Ghost Game, Icy Hell. As always, these are very in-depth review episodes, so if you're worried about spoilers, you may wish to leave and come back at a later time. So we will be going into great depth of what we thought of episode 17. We're a good ways into this season, and, yeah, well...
And we're quite a ways into this season.
Mm-hmm. We'll show you what we want to see from this episode and did not get. I mean, we start off the episode and we're right into the action. Well, something's definitely going on.
We get the same narration we've gone for the last, 10 episodes at least now.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That narrator's still saying the same thing.
So yeah, I can really tell there's going to be more plot building up from last episodes.
Yep.
But yes, we do start in media res this time.
Yes.
Slightly different start.
Right in the middle of action. Things are, high-packed already. Well... Maybe high action pack because they're really slow. It seems like they're really in a place that's really cold and
they're slowly freezing. Yep.
Slowly freezing.
And Ruli's things are there, but Ruli is not.
But Angoramon is.
But Angoramon is, yeah.
So that's okay. That's notable right then and there. And Battle Gamamon's there asking Angoramon to warm up Hero. You're the fire Digimon. Why are you having trouble? Okay. Things are really weird, and how do we get into this situation? Flashback to,
I guess, yep.
30 minutes before, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, we didn't quite start with the usual formula this time, but...
We did start something a little different there.
So, yeah.
We find ourselves in a power plant.
Yep. That, apparently, Kyosho had a hand in designing.
Yeah, so... We finally starting to get some concept of what, Super Genius Kyosho actually does.
Yeah, well,
what he's so smart at, apparently.
Instead of just sitting there, telling everyone he's smart and being a dorm leader.
And playing Power Fighter, or whatever that was called.
Yeah. So, okay, so he's
good of engineering and designing.
Is he an architect, electrical engineer? I mean, there's a whole bunch of different things that go into...
Scientist, because apparently it's a geothermal power plant.
Mm-hmm. And he's very excited to tell him about that. It was built right on a hot spring. And
nearby hot spring, yep. And by judging the changing humidity, we could get things going. And Ruli and Jellymon look very bored and just want to go visit hot spring.
Yep. That seems about right.
But, it fits those two. So.
And Hero's probably there because he was asked, so he said yes.
Yes.
Good. That's just generally how these characters work at this point.
Yep. My notes say blah 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 science. Where's the hot spring?
Yes. And fairly quickly after they talk about, we see a mysterious figure in the snow. Could it possibly be a Digimon? Who apparently has infrared vision.
Yes.
It detects an unknown heat source.
Unnatural heat source.
Yes. And starts moving in. But then we cut back inside.
Yeah. Kyosho says he's the only one that can do certain maintenance and stuff on it, so they're asking him to go take a look around.
Yeah,
Well, he does that, and Hero says, okay, that's cool. He likes being in this place. He thinks it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really, on the other hand, is Oliver's skull.
Yeah.
She's complaining about Kyosho brought her out there saying, oh, don't let me go alone. I might freeze to death.
Yeah, analog machines don't do it for me.
Yeah. So she decides, I'm going to go outside, build a big snowman, and put it on my...
Liverun account, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, I'll find a spade.
Shovel,
yeah.
Spade, yeah. Like, all right, that makes sense.
Okay, so far so good, makes sense.
Yeah, and Hero's showing Gamamon around and explaining him what a turbine is that generates electricity, and just kind of still trying to educate and help Gamamon grow a little, because he has shown some signs of that. He hasn't been quite as innocent recently. It could still happen.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been quite that far.
But then we get kind of an explosion.
Mm-hmm. As we look outside and this snowblower of a Digimon is throwing out
ice
bombs.
First,
missiles that freeze things over. And so they have a whole bunch of cameras that can see him out there, and they're like, what? Who is that? What's
going on? And Kyosho says, well, there's a hologram ghost trying to, attack us. And
And Jellymon's like, oh, I think that's Frozomon. What do you know about him? I don't know.
Well, let's heard the name.
Just heard the name, yeah. Which I can honestly understand, you know.
So at this point, he changes from missiles to flat out using his snowblower exhaust tube to just start covering up the building.
Really fast. He blows out a lot
It's
of
pretty
snow.
impressive how fast he can do this. And Kyosho's like, hey, this is bad. I just turned on the digital field. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't do that.
No.
But it just says, hey, you Digimon, over the intercom. What are you doing?
Stop
Stop burying my building.
Yes. And Angoramon, who apparently knows everything about Digimon.
Everything about everything, not just Digimon. He knows about old photographs and stuff.
Yes. You know. Yeah.
He should
knows
be.
about
Apparently,
Polaroids.
he should be giving Pokemon lessons. Apparently.
Yes. And he says that Frozomon is an ultimate again in our little Digimon analyzer, even though they never mention levels in this season except for that. So, oh boy, they got another ultimate to deal with. And he loves to remove snow. Well, he's just using snow to bury everything right now.
And burying something that's generating heat.
Yeah.
So how's this moving snow?
Yeah, I'm thinking once finally Angoramon might have some things a little off, but...
Or this episode's just stupid.
No, we can't live with both. Yeah. Yeah, and Angoramon's, no, he's a bad Digimon. You can't possibly antagonize him. Don't do that. But he's flying around in the middle of nowhere.
It says, Ang, that ain't removing snow.
Yeah. Yeah, he's running around in the main building. And
trying to get to Ruli, who knows is outside.
Yeah.
By the time he gets there, the door's kind of frozen shut. So it goes to the Tangible Moon. Just goes and slides through the door outside. No, he doesn't do that.
No. I'm pretty sure he stays fully materialized this entire episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
outside, we see Ruli, who has big snowballs. She hasn't making a snowman.
Yeah.
And she kind of decides, maybe I should go in and talk to the other people. And she opens the door and finds out that it's minus 21 degrees Celsius in here. Which, if I open a door to someplace that's minus 21 degrees Celsius, I'm not going in there.
I like you guys, but I'm good. You guys come out to me.
Yeah. I mean, they had Gamamon had to come out and make it 15 because Gamamon was too cold.
Yes.
So it's even worse than that.
Yeah, Hero was wandering around inside. Gamamon complained it was cold, so we got Battle. And
Hero get 3/4 of the time.
Yeah. What's the point of the other forms? I really can't tell you at this point. Yeah. And he says Jellymon should digivolve too, just in case, you know.
Why? Why not? It turns out it was a good move, but
yeah,
that's later. It really comes in and calls them up and says, "Hey guys, where are you?" And they say, "Oh, we're in the control room. You should come meet with us." And she looks around and goes, "I have no idea where that is."
Yep.
How to get there? Not a clue. Was paying nearly close enough attention.
Yep. But before they can actually, you know, tell her where to go, there is a loud crash and boom, and yeah, Frozomon's inside now.
Yeah, he busts through
the wall, just dust cloud, no doors. I mean, he's way too big for most any doors anyway, but just does not care, and really kind of does try to play it off like, no, I don't know these people. Yeah. I'm not from here. And then Hero over the intercom calls her by name. She's like, "You idiot!"
Yeah. So much for that bluff.
Yeah, because it was working pretty well until
actually before he knocks through the doors, they do try the digital field filing to try to make it warmer, which is a decent idea.
Yeah,
the desert.
The desert, and
it turns out how this is made. It picks its temperature from the real world portion of it.
Yeah, it just made it sandy.
It didn't roll it. On the other hand, still you have this field. You can do things with it, but they immediately turn it off and never turn it on again.
Mm-hmm. Though also what I noticed is for a long time Gamamon's been calling Kyoshiro Kyo, but Battle Gamamon at least called him Kyoshiro. Now is that Gamamon himself growing to call him Kyoshiro now, or is it a difference of the forms? Because we know Kulos is very different.
Yes.
So are the other forms also a little different? I don't know. It was just something. It was just a little something. I was like, wait a minute. Is it just something they missed, or is that just a cute little detail of he is a little more adult, as they call it in Japan?
Yeah.
when he digivolves. But yeah.
So the Digimon is very upset with the human because possibly trying to get in his way. So he
possibly told him no. You don't tell me no. Nothing will stop my mission.
He starts chasing her down the hallway. Now how she manages to escape a wheeled Digimon I'm not going to figure out. I can't figure out.
Well, the only way they do it is because they slam the emergency barriers in his face to slow him down.
Well, even just the first corridor is a good.
Oh, yeah.
200, 300 yards.
You should have been able to catch her before then.
Long before then, but
yeah, they do slow him down. They don't stop him. But
the barriers isn't holographic both, so you could just phase through him, or in this case, he just busts through him because he's strong enough. But
yeah. He's too emotional. He can't control it to calm
like
himself.
Or he doesn't know he can.
Or that too, yeah.
So basically, this goes on for a long time. Lots of doors are shut and busted. Kyosho tells a lot of different paths for Riley to go, and then she basically runs out the door she came in.
Yeah, he tells her to go to this block that isn't frozen and leave. Doesn't even get her back to the group or anything.
She doesn't pick up anything they need. Doesn't change any thermometer settings. Doesn't touch anything. Doesn't learn anything about Frozomon. Yep. It is an utter waste of time.
Yeah.
This episode is stupid.
Yep. But when she goes out, they talk over the intercom and tell her, "Oh, good, yeah, make it out here." And Frozenmon's like, "Oh, that's where the people that are causing me trouble are." So they're like, "Well, I guess we can't stay here anymore." So, and Goramon shoves both tamers up his armpits.
Yeah, into his fur coat.
Yep.
So I wonder how thick he is without him if he ever really got a good washing.
Yeah. Well, Simba and Goramon's real skinny,
yes,
so...
He does get dunked in a lake once, and he's still pretty fluffy, though.
True. Yeah.
It's kind of a cute little thing.
But, you know, they go running out, and at least at this point, the Digimon don't seem really affected by the cold.
They're not doing too bad, yeah.
Yeah, and Goramon, Battlegamon, Tesla Jellymon, all of them are running along pretty much just fine, but they eventually run into Frozenmon.
And it looks like they have to fight.
Yeah.
And we both launch attacks, and it does absolutely nothing to him. They say how powerful he is.
Yes. And then he pulls out his heat sword.
Yes.
A freezing Digimon that uses heat attacks? And he even tells them it's for removing snow.
Which is why he's freezing the hot spring plant.
Yeah.
This episode is stupid.
What? You're not making any sense, dude. I don't comprehend.
Yeah.
What your actual mission here is, and I've seen the end of the episode. I still don't know what your mission is.
No.
And so they run away and hide around a corner and hide behind one of the busted barriers. And Ruli's sitting there in her little igloo that she made outside.
Yep, she's seeing how it was warm outside, so she dug herself a little shelter to get out of the wind. Good idea.
Yep. And she's like, I wonder if they're all right. So she has her phone out, about to call Hiro. Right as he's in danger, so I'm like, aha, payback for episode 15, where he got her in trouble. And she decides not to call.
She decides, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that's her logic, that this happened to me.
Yeah. Wait, I know what happens to this. It's so cold there, he might not be thinking about turning off his phone right now. No.
Yes.
But they succeed in hiding behind the broken door, and he drives past. So now they might have a clear entrance to one of these doors or a big hole in the wall, right?
They had to leave to get out of there, because...
No, they decided to go back to the control room now.
Why?
Well,
what's there?
Yoshiro has a reason.
Yes,
kind
he
of,
does,
sort
actually.
It's a lot better than I ever thought we'd get.
Yes. You would think, run away, but he at least has a better plan than that, yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's a better plan.
Okay.
That's what the story writers wanted.
It's a better plan than just we need to hole up here.
Yeah, it is better than that.
Because after things just keep dropping, and it's like negative 25, I mean, it's insanely cold.
We've been here quite a lot.
I mean, we live up in New York. It gets cold here. It does not.
Minus 25 Celsius.
It almost never gets that cold, even with the wind chill. There are very rarely, but
it has happened, but it's rare. That's with wind chill,
yeah. Yeah. And so he says to
goes to the control room because he built this plant. He must know from some underground tunnels or something that he can get around Frozomon or through some vents. I mean, he built this plant, designed it. He should know these kind of things. Well, that's not the case, but he does do something with the heat and the energy to try to get the place to warm up by turning some power off to something. And
he shuts off the generator, which allows the hot spring to fully go back up to power and bring the humidity and the heat back into the building. So you steadily see it start to get warmer again. And the lights go out. It's dark. Mm-hmm. And Frozenmon's like, oh, the heat source is getting stronger again. And smashes through another one. You really should have left that field up. Because, man, has he smashed this place.
Oh, yeah. It's like he hasn't blown this place up with the damage he's been doing.
He's done 3 or 4 different holes that we've seen, let alone what else he might be doing to the place.
Like, he's pacing around looking for you people, yeah.
Yeah. So he goes smashing back outside and starts burying the place in more snow.
And the temperature's going down again.
And the temperature goes back down. Like, well, I mean, you had a plan, so what's the plan now? Well, now it's too late. They're too cold and not...
Yeah, not... He couldn't even push it by himself. He had to have Tesla Jellymon do it.
Yep. And this is now, once again, where we get the exact same scene as the beginning of the episode. It wasn't even changed at all. No lines are different.
Nothing cut out. No. Just one line so you're here. No, we played the entire scene again.
Mm-hmm.
As you can tell, there's a lot of plot in this episode.
Yes. And then slowly, Battle Gamamon's like, I'm too cold, I can't. He de-digivolves
and falls down.
And passes out.
And then at this point, his eyes open again, and they're black. And he dark digivolves, and he busts out of this plant. And... No,
nothing that fun. No. And then Hero slowly passes out. And
Goramon goes down. And Kyoshiro looks around, looks at Tesla Jellymon and says, "You seem to be doing all right." And at this point, she explains, yeah, she's fine. By losing her electric current, she can keep herself warm or moving or anything like that.
Yep. Sorry, but it's just for me.
Do you think this information could have been slightly useful earlier? That this doesn't bother you? You could be good for... You're a fast-moving decoy, if nothing else?
Yeah. I mean, no, that's good.
Kyoshiro says, I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And before he passes, it looks like this is the end. And then he asks her, please protect Rordrik.
Really?
No, she uses her family name and the son. He's very formal. And And this is a nice moment for Kyoshiro. It shows that he really is a good guy.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that everybody seems to blame him for everything.
Yeah, he's a
Deep
scapegoat.
down, he is a good person.
Yeah, he can be a scapegoat many times. Yeah.
And then she looks really sad.
Yep.
And then we cut outside to Ruli, who's looking at the...
Yeah, who's just looking at it going like, what am I supposed to do?
And he eventually gets frustrated and tells him to stop it.
Yeah.
And again, are you getting in my way? And he pulls out his heat sword and comes running
charging at her.
And then Tesla Jellymon comes out of the snow, fully materialized. So it looks like she can phase through walls and things too, like Jellymon can.
Which...
I'm not surprised, but we had not seen it to this point.
Yeah, which normally I'd raise a fuss about, but Jellymon's done this.
Can do it, so her champion form being able to do it doesn't shock me. And she kicks him in the face in between the visors.
Yep, and that gives her enough time at least to grab Ruli and get some distance.
Yeah, that way it throws off his attack by a few inches, so it doesn't skewer her right through the forehead.
Yeah.
It goes a little off to the side.
And gives them some distance. And Ruli, a bit stunned, is like, what about the others? And Tesla's just like, there's no time to think about it. We're the only ones left. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure they're dead. They died in this pointless episode. Yeah.
Yep, end of that.
It would be interesting if something may possibly the plot moving forward if these people died. But Lord knows they're not essential to the plot now.
Yeah. Someone else has to come in and get the plot moving. Granny's the new center of the plot.
Yes.
Granny and Mon. But, yeah, and Ruli is just a bit stunned when she hears that.
Yeah.
She's like... Because Goramon was there, too.
Yep.
He doesn't know about, how he's doing, and suddenly... But Frozenmon's like, how dare you, I will destroy you. And Tesla Jellymon literally just slaps the sense into her. Literally. And
tells her, only ones left, yes.
Yes. We're the only ones that can do this. Now shut up and do it. We need to do this. And yeah, it's a bit of Jellymon, being herself to the point, and she's a little angry too. She's angry. She's not too thrilled with it.
And at this point, really gets a download, a message, something in her head, and she calls out the first attack. And Jellymon does it, and then really realizes, wait a second.
Yeah, this stream, it's... And then she gets... Fisa list. I don't know, the moves in this season are very oddly named many times, so we haven't tried to say many of them many times. So, electric slap.
Yeah. And so she doesn't really question, says go for it, and basically calls it attack out 3, 4, 5 times. But, this Digimon is so powerful that even with Battle Gamon's health, he couldn't even touch it before. So she attacks it all this time, and nothing happens. And then everybody gets really sad, and all this negative emotion builds up, and we get another dark.
No,
She just
nothing
kicks the snot out of it.
Nothing that interesting, no.
She just takes the snot out of it, no problem now.
Yeah.
This episode's stupid.
Oh, we haven't even gotten to the end of it yet. So yeah, I've heard people calling this like partner swapping. I mean, kind of. It is unusual that the stream went, but I mean, she's heard these moves.
Yeah, she's seen her do these moves before. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
In that regard, big difference is why the Digimon seem to be like Pokemon in this one, and they can't do anything unless their tamer gives them the commands.
Yeah. Kulos is really the only one that's really kind of gone out of his way to just, yeah, whatever. I don't need you.
Yeah, so I don't understand what that's all about yet either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyway, after they knock it down, out of nowhere, a bunch of Digimon run up and stand in front of Bozomon here and say, "Don't hurt Commander Frozomon."
Stop bullying him. Yeah.
Not bullying him. Yeah, that's the technical term.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Well, they didn't literally drop in from the sky like the Weedmon did, but this is pretty darn close.
Pretty darn close. And yeah, and then they start talking about how, he's a rescue Digimon. He won't, he's always there to protect them. And
yeah, when he gets his eyes set on rescuing someone, nothing can stop him. So that's why he nearly stabbed people with ice and fire sword through their head, because he's a rescue Digimon? Yeah. Luigi talk this episode is stupid!
Yeah. So, yeah, that was...
And then they pull Kyoshiro and the group out and put them near a campfire, and they're fine!
Well, of course, it's anime. And
the Digimon, sure, no problem. Because, they're Digimon, they have different things. If you're in a digital field, you can tell me that's why the humans are okay, because rules are different there. But they weren't!
Yeah, they purposely went out of it.
They would be losing fingers and toes.
Yeah.
Noses and ears from being that cold, that long, not moving for a good period of time on top of it.
Yeah.
If they even survive, they'd have serious issues going on. But no, a little campfire's fine.
Yep.
This episode's stupid.
Yep. So, of course, they're like, oh, it's getting warmer. Well, yeah, spring is coming.
Yeah, it was spring. Which also means that we've seen Halloween earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's spring. Several months have passed in this world.
Yes.
And there's still no story.
Yeah. Nothing that big has come up in these months to get us going. Nope. And at the very end of it all, apparently Kyosho has to shut down the plant for them to get through. What? Why?
Yeah. Why?
It's not plugging up a mountain pass or something.
No, there's kind of nothing around here. You can walk around it, really.
Yeah. So I don't even understand.
Bozomon's thing here was he had to freeze that over so they go through it.
Yeah.
But you can just ask. I mean, the person talked to him. You said, "Hey, you Digimon," so he knows what you are. You could negotiate with this person possibly.
Yeah.
But no, Yoshiro's got shut down the plant. He says he's worried about that getting him in trouble. I'd worry more about the 3 gaping holes and all the knocked over security.
Yeah.
Big holes in the security doors and things. And all this Digimon on security cameras. And the government power plant.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the Weedmon invasion didn't get the government to do anything, so what am I expecting?
Yep, nope.
I'm expecting nothing. That's what I'm expecting at this point.
Yeah.
And then so they pass along with the plant, go down, they go by, and Gamamon waves them goodbye. Don't wave these people goodbye, Gamamon. They nearly killed you.
Yeah. So yeah, this was an episode that the only thing that could possibly come up again and be something interesting is the partner sharing kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't expect anything to really come of anything in this episode.
Is there something to do with humans? Is it because of the Digivice that happens?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the stream itself even is. They've kind of mentioned it now. They've acknowledged its existence, but...
Yeah, twice you've acknowledged that this thing happens.
Yeah.
What it is, what it means, what it does.
We don't know. And then we get our preview for episode 18. And it's Peter Pan.
Yep, it's a Digimon version of Peter Pan. Petermon.
Yeah.
Again, you're digging pretty deep into Digimon lore here, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and maybe even we'll get to see Never Everland. Now, if you have no idea what that is, I understand why. But tune in next week. I'm sure we'll talk quite a bit about it.
At least I certainly hope so, that even if they won't give us plot, they'll at least give us something interesting.
We'll talk about if it shows up or not, so we'll give you information on that regard.
Yes, the Land of Children, it's called. So, we can hope the next one's a little better for you. I mean, ours still very quality. You should go watch all of our content. But the episodes themselves they're questionable these days. I hope you all enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more Digimon content from me. And as always, everyone, remember to be awesome. And until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.